How are you guys? Welcome back to Two Homos, 100 Thoughts. It's Armando coming to you back to you from Dallas.
And it's Racia coming to you from Chicago.
And this episode is going to be super exciting because we are going to do the recap of the Beverly Hills Housewives trailer that just dropped, which we've all been waiting for it.
Yes. I know we've been waiting for it. Like every day I've gone on Twitter, like, is it up yet? Is it up yet? And finally.
Yes. And then Andy was like teasing some nonsense about it wasn't the trailer basically. And we thought it was, and it was not the trailer.
No. Okay, well, what's like one thing that stood out to you the most in this trailer?
What stood out obviously is Sutton is a diamond holder now, which let's get
about fucking time. Like, I don't even know why she wasn't last year, because as soon as she stepped in, she brought it. So it's about time, even though it's only her second year, like it should have been her second year holding it.
Exactly. No, it's like, even though, like you said, it's her second year, it's like the second year overdue, basically. It was long overdue. Like, she delivered her first season, and I get it. I guess they didn't get enough footage of her with her family and her kids, which it makes sense, but still, like, she delivered. She brought
she sure did.
Bringing it again, from what I can see. She's the one who's stirring the pot, from what I can see, and I'm loving.
Yeah, and from what I've been hearing, also I've heard that she's the one stirring it up. And I like anyone who tries Erica Jane, because it's about time this bitch opens up. It took her only 6 seasons, and I'm glad it's Sutton, the one who's trying her.
Yeah, and it's not so much as stirring the pot or being like a troublemaker. It's just like you have to make people face reality, especially if they're living a fake one.
Yes, and then I'm like, so where are you like with these girls? Like, how do you feel about Kyle Richards? Do you like Kyle?
Kyle Richards, I'm excited to see this new side of her with Kathy around a lot more.
Yeah, so I mean, I miss Kim though. Like, Kim should be around, but apparently Kim changed her number.
Kim changed her number, and that was the first thing when you said the trailer dropped, and I had already just finished watching it. When you sent that to me, I was like, Kim changed her number.
Right, that was the first thing you texted me. Like, Kim changed her number.
It was epic. It was epic. I was like, Kim changed her number?
That's the thing. Kim is just epic like that. Like, Kim doesn't even have to be there, and somehow she's still being brought up, and somehow that's one of the, like, a lot of people tweeting about that, like, oh, Kim changed her number. Like,
yeah, I'm excited because obviously she's going to be part of the storyline for this season coming up, and I'm excited to see like just her dynamic, because Kyle kind of always, like, she somehow ended up on top, if you want to say that. And now that Kathy is around and she's no longer like the dominant one, so to speak, like I'm so excited to see how.
I know. I'm so excited to see Kathy like in the show. I want to see what she brings. And also, I'm kind of curious about that new girl, Crystal Minkoff. I mean, I didn't see much of her in the trailer. I mean, I did see her yelling at Sutton, and then that's when Sutton was like, "What am I jealous of? Your ugly leather pants." And then it just shows her standing there with the leather pants.
Like, if we want to take a shot for all the ugly leather pants out there, you know what I mean? Like, that is
yes. I guess we can take a shot. Actually, we can take a shot to Sutton.
Let's take a shot to Sutton getting her diamond, because she deserves that diamond. And Sutton, I'm so sorry, girl, but I am using cheap tequila, so don't try it.
I know we wanted to do Casamigos in honor of Denise, but we're like,
yes. Let's do story time. So we did want to do a Casa Amigos. Like, I wanted Raciel to do like either the brown or the white edition, the Blanco and the Reposado, and kind of just have a Denise Richards moment, because, bravo, fucking bravo. But
we're cheap. We're not Beverly Hills Housewives, so
we're not Beverly Hills. We're cheap hoes on a budget. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One day we'll move to Lincoln Park, though, friend.
Yes. With my Aereo shotgun.
Pause. You got a shot glass.
Yeah.
I got my Naruto set ready to go.
Cheers.
Here's this to Sutton and her diamond. Alrighty, yeah. So what's one thing you noticed about this trailer with what stood out to you?
Okay, I'm not saying that it like stood out to me, but what I noticed that Lisa Rinna wasn't really in the trailer. She only had like a few moments where she's like, oh, like, is it always bad to be fake or phony? Or when her dusty ass daughter talked about being with Scott Disick. Like, that's odd. That's the only moment we saw from her. Same.
I don't want her to get a good edit. I don't want her to, because I know she is giving them all the extra shit she's been giving them for the past 3 years.
You
But
think
I
she's
don't
gotten a
want,
good at it though?
huh?
Do you think she's gotten a good at it though? Sorry to cut you off.
No, in the past she has not had a good edit, and I don't want her this time around to get a good edit because based on the trailer, it looks like all of these girls are like wolves circling around Erica Jane and her demise, and it's like, same with Dorit. Like I really live for Dorit, but I kind of saw her muted in the trailer. Like I saw her bridal reveal because I know she was working on bridal gowns and designing them, which
Yeah.
was stunning. I'm pretty sure that party is gonna be fab, and I can't wait for the drama there. But
I know, me too. I'm excited to see what Dorit brings. But sometimes when they show us the trailer, they only show the first half of the season. So I just hope that's what it is.
right,
But because they really did make this trailer all about Erica, which I know I say all my things about Erica, but I'm not too mad at because it's about time she opens up. And this is what we want to know. Like, why, I want to know what's going on, if she's going to jail or not. Like, I want to know all of that.
and
Like,
I don't like her nosy like that attitude she has that like people are nosy and like we're just in her business. But the reality is you came on TV and you flashed a whole lot of money. And it looks like
okay.
the government followed the money and they got your guys. So you can't be mad at us for like speculating and like waiting for this on TV because it's interesting TV and
Exactly. And then I love how she was like in Sutton's face, and Sutton did not even look like she was flinching. She's like, or what? And she's like, or nothing. Like, she's like, whatever. Like, Sutton,
yes.
man, I live for Sutton. I like hope that Jeree, Garcelle, and Sutton kind of keep their little clique together the way they did last season. Remember how they kind of like stuck together? I hope that continues this season because I felt like the three of them, like with Denise, even though Denise is not there anymore, I felt like they were a good little clique going on there.
Right. So like going back, like kind of going back to the last year's reunion, Garcelle wasn't really too good with any of the girls, was she? Like
No, she like unfollowed Rena and
she had followed
Kyle.
Rena and Kyle, and she was saying a lot that if Denise Richards didn't come back, that she wasn't gonna come back either. But here she is, she's back, and she's also on the Rio now, which it looks like her career took off since being a housewife. So
Maybe she's always had a career though. I felt like she's just more public now. Probably she's more
yeah,
in the public eye
she's
because she's
always
always
to work, but now she's a more public and more in the spotlight. I guess you can say yes, that's the correct wording to it.
no for sure. Like I don't know, like you said, like I actually liked that her and Kyle didn't like each other because I feel like all these girls are always like how it was with Vanderpump. They were always kissing like either one of their asses, and I like when people try the OG. Like that even though like Kyle can handle her own, I liked it when Garcelle like kind of stepped up to her, or even I need someone to step up to Rena because Rena, I'm sick of her. Even though she does bring something to the show, I'm just so sick of her and her walking Xanax daughters. Like,
Yeah. So speaking about Rena, do you think that we're gonna get a lot of this Scott Disick relationship on the show? Like, you
I
think?
hope not.
I hope not either, honestly. Like,
I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I'd rather see like her dynamic with her husband or even with her housekeeper, Lorena. I don't know how I know her name, but I'd rather see that than anything with her daughters. Her daughters just to me are like not likable. They're just, I don't care to watch them. They're
right.
not like, you know, mm, I'm okay without it.
No, yeah, for
Like,
sure. I feel you on that. But you know how it did make the news cycle for a couple of weeks there, and it was everywhere, and they just brought a bunch of, attention to them, which I'm pretty sure she loved. So I don't know. I'm
oh,
wondering
Rena loves anything with attention.
anything with attention. I mean, we see the way she dances on Instagram. She's an attention whore. So
She is not gonna lie. She has served one of the most iconic lines to me is where people doing coke in your bathroom. Like that to me, that's probably one of my top favorite Housewives lines ever. And she brought that to me, so I'm not too mad at her about that. But sometimes she just pushes it a little too far where it's not needed, like how she did with Denise last season.
hmm yeah, I mean, my opinion about Rena is she delivers one-liners, like you mentioned, like that's a good like epic moment there. But I mean, like she said that to Dorit, and like to be honest, I live more for Dorit than Rena. I mean, Rena's just like,
Yeah, speaking of Dorit, I'm so excited for her to serve her looks. And also Garcelle, I felt like Garcelle had some good looks too.
No, but Dorita's like the queen of looks. I mean, Erica Jane would, they would try to compete because Erica Jane would bring some good looks, but I mean, still now, I mean, obviously things have changed for her and like the
I don't
next.
know. You see the smile that I got? That's horrible. Like I shouldn't be smiling. But when you're like these cheap for like a big ass smile on my
You're
face.
smiling at her demise and you're living, bitch. Like,
I'm not like I want the best for everyone. I'm happy that she's talking about it. I hope. I mean, I hope she doesn't go to jail, but it's from what it seems like what she did was pretty fucked up. So if she goes to
right.
jail, it is.
So you know when Garcelle, when they're like in the middle of fucking nowhere and they're like on the top of a hill and Garcelle kind of
Right.
okay, anyway, like moving past that, Garcelle asks her like, did you know, like, did you get a heads up about the legal stuff and that's why you filed for divorce right before? And I watched that a couple of times and it looks like she nods yes. And then like it looks like she nods yes, and then she's like, no. Like, no one.
Yeah, I totally believe that she totally knew, and that's why she's getting the divorce, you know? And I feel like Garcelle asked because that's what everybody's thinking. Because, like, as soon as they filed for divorce, all these lawsuits started coming out. I mean, they've had lawsuits before, but not like this.
Not like this. I'm bringing up like text messages from that other lady. I need that on the show as well. I need all of it, all
Gosh.
that, all that.
I think she even, like, I think Andy said that she filed for divorce while filming. Like, that it was like, it all had, like, started okay, and then all of a sudden, all this shit came at once. So I'm excited to see how it plays out.
I'm excited to see, and lucky us, the cameras were around and cat shit, which I feel like being a housewife, they're always around, like one season is filming and they're currently filming another, like there's always cameras around, but thank
Yes.
the man upstairs that there was cameras to catch, this divorce and this demise, because bitch, we're gonna see it on TV and
I'm so
we're so
excited.
ready. We're so ready to see it, and we're so ready for Sutton to call it all out, basically. And it's gonna be epic. I'm excited for this season coming up.
I am too. And even though, like I said, it looks like it revolves around Erica, I mean, I still see some drama. So, I'm always down for that, even between Sutton and the new girl, Crystal. And, it just looks pretty good. And so I'm excited. I'm just ready to see what all these girls bring.
Right.
Even,
I'm
I,
excited to see like what even caused the like a new girl to come for something like that, or to start yelling at someone all those like random things to say like.
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, not much showed of her. I feel like they even showed more of Kathy Hilton, which I'm excited about. Because remember how we were talking about how supposedly there was a fight in her house? It looks like that exchange between Erica and Sutton was at Kathy Hilton's house.
It looks like it. It honestly does
Right?
look like it. So that's
And we did talk about that.
that's
So
good.
I'm
Yeah,
excited to see
good
that.
foreshadowing. Yes.
I just hope we got a Paris Hilton cameo, which I doubt, but can't
Yeah.
always get what we want. Like, for example,
We've had them before, but I don't know if she's up for it these days.
I mean, what else are you looking forward to this season? Like, for me, like I told you, I'm excited to see more of Sutton, of like more of her life, and just to see more of her in general, because last year she was just popping in and out, but this year we're getting the full.
Yes, the full experience. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for Kathy Hilton. Obviously, this new girl, Crystal. I mean, I'm assuming she's just some rich person in Beverly Hills, but I want to see what she brings to the table. I mean, is
Me
she
too.
is she the girl who did the Minkoff? I know her last name is Minkoff. Did she do the jewelry line at Nordstrom that they sell?
No, that's Rebecca Minkoff.
We're gonna edit this out.
No, then yeah, like I know that Crystal is friends with Kathy, so I wonder if that's her way of getting brought into the show.
It's so weird for a friend to come in with a friend, you know what I mean? Because technically Kathy before was like a friend. She wasn't like an official cast member.
I know. I still can't believe she's on the show. I mean, I'm excited about it, but I just can't believe she actually signed on.
I'm excited to see that because I mean, there's not much that we know of her. I mean, if I asked you right now, do you know if she's married or divorced? Like, I don't know.
She's married.
She's married.
Yeah,
And,
she's married.
and it's so like, who the hell is her husband? Like, well,
Paris Hilton's dad.
Paris
I
Hilton.
think his name's Rick. Rick Hilton. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. All right. So what's it called? Do you want to take a shot for the Housewives of Beverly Hills? Because I'm excited. And guys, we're gonna recap this episode by episode.
For sure. Like, we're gonna keep this updated, like episode by episode, as Rocio said. We're gonna really try hard because schedules do get in the way. Like,
They really do.
I've always looked at people who will say like, I'm so busy and like I have a really busy schedule, and I've been like, what the hell do you have going on? But stuff just happens, like
Stuff
especially
happens, and we film at night. Like
definitely, yeah. Like you get out of your 8 hour shift or job, and then like, you know, stuff happens. You end up going to the store and you get stuck in traffic. Like it's so crazy, but
you get stuck at a bar after too many drinks.
something. Well, shouts to the Beverly Hills Housewives. We're super excited for these diamond holders and
Into Sutton
just
again.
again.